Good day, good day. Welcome to the Daily Money Market. You are with Yusuf, the host of the Daily Money Market show on YouTube. Just wanted to go through with you in terms of what is going on in the market at a particular time, and as well as what is happening in terms of the Fed's, consumer interest rate that is going to drop at the moment. So this is the biggest channel that you can find, the latest news in terms of the market, the global market, in terms of the financial market, as well as in the forex market. So today it is a big day. It's actually the big day where United States of America, they are actually releasing the consumer price index, report on today. So a lot of investors, they're actually, most of the time they'll pull up sometimes their money, sometimes they're actually, hold their money, waiting to actually, be able to find a certain, a sector whereby they can be able to to invest. So there's a couple of news that are breaking news that comes out, and again we're going to have to look out in terms of the dollar itself, in terms of the dollar index. How's the dollar index performing? How's the dollar, the value of the dollar performing comparing to consumer price index, the report that comes from what people have been spending in actually in a month, in the previous month report. So in terms of looking at the US dollar and the CPI, outlook, it looks like the US is set to release the CPI data, which is today, Wednesday, and definitely the Fed will likely, pause the market volatility, what will be less than anticipated. So there's a little bit of, pause in terms of the market, in terms of the Federal Reserve. They don't want to increase a lot in terms of, like we saw the previous interest rate goes to 25 basis points. They didn't want to go all the way to 50 basis points because the economy is not stable. They want to make sure that people can be able to spend. So it was just increased with the 0.25%, right, which is 25 basis points. And now the report of today, it's actually showing what does that 25 basis points done to people. And then tomorrow we're going to have a different report in terms of now the producers of the product. How does that their 25 basis points affected their producing products? And again, today it's affecting how consumers buy the price. So of course the US dollar tripled in a high since the beginning of this week today, since the beginning of the week. We saw gold and oil as well. Gold still sticking at a mark of 2,000, getting to 2015, $2,030, 2045, come back to 2,000. And we saw again oil, bringing a very, very good results in terms of the earnings of one of the big company of oil, which is Opel. So it was a very, very interesting results in terms of oil. But what surprised me is that we didn't see the drop in terms of petrol. We only see the drop in terms of the diesel. Diesel has dropped down a little bit, so we don't know what affected that specific. Is it because of the decrease of 25 basis points, so that people now can be able to buy product, because of diesel is one of the biggest commodity that actually used to whether to transport things through our trucks, railways, whether to light our electricities through our generators and so on. So that diesel drops a little bit, but we saw petrol goes a little bit up in terms of unleaded as well. So yeah, the US CPI report expected. Inventors are expecting the headline CPI to rise at 0.4%. And the core CPI, ex energy and the food as well, it's expected to rise at 0.3 percent. And including again on a year to year, we're expecting to raise of the raise of 5 slash 0.5% growth. So we'll see how actually the CPI news later on is going to come out. But currently, if you are a trader and you trade, let's say, a forex market, you go look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq has been dropping I checked on the market right now. Nasdaq has been dropping from 13,222. Right now, it's sitting at 13,153 dollars per Nasdaq share price. So, a couple of things. Gold again we saw dropping, as I said earlier on, that is just playing around from 2037 around to 2000 29. Right now it's sitting at 2029 gold on a stock price. So again, in terms of the CPI news, there's a couple of instruments that we can be able to actually, look into if we are actually a trader. I don't know what Bloomberg is actually showing us, but it's gone. All right. So we look, in fact, the in period volatility of major stock market indices such as S&P 500 and the US dollar pair has been priced at about half of the recent CPI release, right? Clearly indicating the traders are expected to a small moves. And again, so traders, if you are in a market, especially on a speculation market, on a CFDs, expect maybe to have a shortening of the trades, not a longer one, a short of volatility during this the CPI news. Again, the market technical analysis about it, it's a US dollar index. So focus on the US dollar index. What does the index shows you? Is it dropping or it's gaining? The US dollar index staged an upside base since Monday and they're reclaiming the 101 level, but further cooling off the Euro USD. So again, the euros having affected because of and expectations about the CPI news that is going to be released. Upside the momentum, and so the pairs move below 1.10 level ahead of the CPI data of today. So those are actually things that we can look up to in terms of the CPI. And if you go on the Bloomberg channel or on the Bloomberg website to see what is going on there, the market says again, stocks are muted as a cushion prevailed before the US CPI market wrap. Couple of news. Latest, I think the major news that I'm seeing on the Bloomberg is Alibaba. JD.com earnings will likely give a stock a little bit of help. So Alibaba was expecting to release the earnings in terms of how they've been performing on the second quarter of the financial of this year. So that again is gonna push a little bit of stocks, to actually drop a little bit or to rise. But in the morning, we actually see stocks actually dropping. A lot of stocks, we saw stocks moving all the way down. So, in terms of Africa, because we've been saying that we're gonna have to add a little bit of how actually things are happening here at motherland at home in terms of Africa. So I'm seeing that the biggest news that actually pushing in terms of the crypto. IMF cushions Zimbabwe against the plan of gold backed digital money. So Zimbabwe has been backing themselves with gold in terms of having the digital money, and the IMF, International Monetary Funds, they're actually, pushing them that, hey guys, let's put a little bit of regulations in terms of how you can be able to go on when you want to use, cryptocurrencies, or you want to back your. So, a couple of things. We saw a Russian Twitter drive has Zuma daughter at the center study claims. So this is in South Africa. There's a certain tweet that comes in Russia, and the president daughter. It's actually inside of the whole scandal in the market. But uh, keeping on concentrating on what we do, which is the financial global market and economics. The biggest news in terms of the economy right now, it's consumer price index. That's the only thing that a lot of people they're actually looking forward for today. We saw the sale ECB is nearly the end of its interest rate hiking, standing it says. So it means the European Central Bank they're actually reducing. If we remember last month they increased to 50 basis points, and now US increased to 25 basis points. They pretty much also want to come following week to reduce it to 25 basis points. So that's it. That's all. In terms of the Bloomberg, what we see, it's a US cpI. So everywhere we go, it's a US Consumer Price Index coming out today. So thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Keep watching the Daily Money Market. Keep subscribing. We'll be able to improve bit by bit. I just want to send one more shout out. Shout out to Lulama. I had to use those technical analysis for my viewers so that they should understand how the market use. Salute.